Alright, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been liking the videos, watching, dropping comments, seeing everybody get some sort of value out of my videos. Has been really cool over the past few weeks. I wanted to remind you that we are still on the goal, 5,000 subscribers for the channel. Once we hit that goal, I will be releasing a full downloadable PDF program that is going to be an absolute banger. It is going to be 12 weeks of sprint training. Everything you need to do at the track is going to be broken down in this program. It's not going to have any of your weight room stuff with it. It's just going to be a full-blown speed program. There will be some sprints, some sled work, plyos, everything that you need to do in order to get fast and explosive will be in this program. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers on the channel, that is going to be released. As of this very moment, we are at 3,572. So we need a little bit less than 1,500 more people to subscribe to the channel, and we will release that program. So today, I'm going to finish my pre-workout. You know what? Let's just send it. Let's go to the gym. Okay, no, but for real, like the video, subscribe. We're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna do some upper body stuff, some jerks, things like that. All right, warming up for power jerks today. We're gonna try to get to 4 solid sets of 3 reps at a moderately heavy weight today. On. Haven't worn lifters in a while. Figured since I'm going to be going to moderate heavy weights today, why not get a little bit more stability, throw the lifters on versus just keeping my normal trainers on. If you guys are going to ask questions about these are the tier lifters. I know everybody's, no, not everybody, but I know the wide toe base is the talk of the tier. I don't feel it. These feel like normal lifters to me. Nothing feels wide to me, especially like if you wear socks that are like athletic socks. Most athletic type socks have some sort of compression to them. I don't know if that's the reason why these don't feel wide, but I don't get the hype. They're good shoes. They're solid. They feel like lifters, but I don't get the hype on the wide toe box because I don't feel it. They just feel like normal lifters to me. Honestly, I'm very excited for some things that are going to be coming out in June, July. I've heard some rumors of another shoe company throwing their hat into the weightlifting shoe world. So I'm excited to see those ones come out here in the next couple months. Stay tuned. I'll have a pair of those and I'll do a full review. But the tier lifters, if I were to rate these out of 10, I would say these are a solid 7.9. Not quite an 8. The reason I would say these are not 8, these are my second pairs of these tier lifters. And the first pair that I got, they started falling apart on the bottom back here. So like where the outsole meets the heel raiser, or the heel riser, that part started peeling off. So there is some durability issues with the tiers, but like I said, they feel solid. So we're gonna use these today as we're building up for our sets.
All right, kind of got in the zone as I was warming up. So not gonna be a lot of talking going on here. There definitely was no talking going on towards the camera, but I'm starting to warm up here. My anticipation for this session was that the barbell was going to feel a little bit heavier and a little bit slower, given the fact that I had done a really heavy upper body session earlier this week that included jerks already. So I thought going back to doing jerks was going to be a little bit heavy. But as I'm warming up here, things are feeling really light. The barbell felt like it was flying off of the shoulders. So that dip and drive felt very effortless. And I got right here to 150 kilos, which is on the bar. And as soon as I did that first rep, I was telling myself, okay, I think 170 for a triple is going to be the top set. So I knock out 150. I start adding 5 kilos onto the bar. We go 155, 160, 165. And then the last set you're gonna see here is gonna be my triple at 170. One thing I want you guys to notice here is how quickly I'm trying to dip and get that bar off of the shoulders. My biggest issue in the past with doing a jerk is I would have a much longer dip that was a slower dip as well. So I got a lot more depth in that dip, and then I would try to drive it off from a deeper position. I'm a more explosive type athlete. So one thing that I focus on now is trying to shorten up that dip and get the bar off the shoulders as quickly as possible. So that's what I'm trying to do throughout every single one of these repetitions here is dip quickly, get the bar off the shoulders, and then punch that thing and get aggressive as I lock it out overhead. So enjoy the last few sets here. Then we're gonna move on to a press variation as my first kind of accessory movement for the rest of the day. And quick note, 170 for this triple technically is a PB. I've never hit 170 on a power jerk for a set of 3 before, but I don't also very much max out on that type of movement at all. So it is a PB, not something that I'm gonna track though. So here's 170 for you guys. All right, so jerks went well. I got into this kind of attitude where I was really focused on what I was doing, so I wasn't talking a lot during that. But as soon as I did that 150, I felt like I just wanted to build up to a heavy triple, so I built up to 170. Felt really good. Next week, I'll probably do the same and build up to a heavy double. And then the week after that, take a little bit of deload and then start building towards a 1 rep max on that power jerk. I did the floor press with the barbell after the jerks. I like doing the floor press as an accessory movement because it takes a little bit of the chest out of it, but requires more out of the anterior delt and the triceps, which is a lot of what I need to do in order to lock that bar up overhead when I'm doing the jerks. You're still gonna have some chest involvement into it, but that floor press is gonna limit the range that the chest is going to, because as you're doing like a regular bench press, elbow drops down below the chest, a big stretch throughout the pec. You've got to use that pec to get the bar up and off the chest. When doing a floor press, it's just a partial range of motion, but what it does is it stops you right about 90 degrees, not as much of a stretch on that pec. You're not going to be recruiting as much of that pec to get that bar moving, and you're going to be moving more so with the tricep to explode and lock that bar out. A little bit of the front of the delt as well. You'll still feel the chest on that, but a lot more involvement for the tricep on that floor press. The difference between the floor press that I did today and like the pin bench press, although they're similar when they go from kind of like a dead stop, the pin press I'm trying to get as close to the chest as possible without resting the bar on the chest. So the range of motion on that is going to be a lot greater, and I'm going to try to explode from a deeper range of motion. Floor press, you're going to be stopped by the floor, which is going to put the elbow right about 90 degrees. So you're having a different range of motion, although there's similar effects on both of those movements. After the floor press, moving into some body weight movements, just pull-ups and dips. I just kind of do a set until it feels like it's starting to burn, do a couple extra repetitions after that. So anywhere between probably like 8 to 12 reps on those, not a lot, which is a good range for just getting a little bit of volume on some of the upper body stuff. I just superset those one right after another. So I start with the pull-up, walk over, knock out the dips, and then take about a 2-minute break after that. So we're gonna knock out the next set here, 2 sets left,
and then we're gonna finish off with a little bit more single arm action work to finish off today's session. Alright, 3 sets of pull-ups and dips done. Last thing I'm going to do today is a single arm row from a kneeling position. We get a little bit more overhead work, kind of out in front of you, not directly overhead like you would on those pull-ups. But what I'm going to think about doing is get a big stretch on this lat right here, and I'm going to think about driving my elbow kind of down and behind me as I row. Do about 8 reps on each side, probably do 3 sets of this, and that's going to be it for today's session. Alright, so again, today's session, jerks, felt really good. Building up to 170, hitting that triple. The triple felt really easy, which is a very good sign that things are moving in the right direction. Next week, I'll probably build up to a heavy double. I might actually keep this format in next week as well. So I might do jerks again on my bench press day and do lower sets of 2. And then on Saturday, just build up to a heavy set of 2, and then see how that goes, and possibly take a week off and then build up to a 1 rep max in the next block. So jerks felt good, floor press, like that. I don't really load up the floor press too much. I just want to get a little bit more of strength and power throughout that lockout position. My Saturdays include a lot of more bodybuilding type movements. So doing the pull-ups, the dips, single arm pull variations, some little bit more isolation work is what I like to do on my Saturdays. But that's going to be it for today. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers so you guys can get that free sprint program, and then I'll see you guys in the next one.